Today we're going to be talking about NIANTIC CAMPFIRE, more specifically whether or not this app is safe to use and how you can use it responsibly in order to keep yourself and your local community safe. That's what this video is going to be all about, so let's roll the intro and get right into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day and welcome to today's Pokemon Go discussion video. Okay, so let's talk about NIANTIC CAMPFIRE. This is an app that NIANTIC recently developed as a means for players to communicate with each other as well as form local communities. It is a pretty well-made app, and I do think there's a lot of potential for it to improve your experiences in Pokemon Go. Some would argue that this app is not necessary considering that players have been using Discord for years, but I actually think there's a lot of functionality with this app that you wouldn't find anywhere else. I really do think it is an essential app. The only problem is that it is not necessarily safe at the moment. So why would I say that? Well, recently on Twitter, there was a screenshot of an interaction between two players that was making the rounds, and it's actually really concerning. Basically, these two players were trying to set up a group for an elite raid, and considering that elite raids are in-person only, that means a lot of communication is needed, especially in rural areas and low population areas. And yeah, there were some things in this particular interaction that definitely raises eyebrows. Now, of course, we do not know what the full story is behind this interaction, and there is a possibility for some misunderstandings. But in actuality, this does raise a concern regarding NIANTIC CAMPFIRE that I do think needs to be addressed. Like, I could definitely see NIANTIC CAMPFIRE being used to lure innocent people and even children into unfavorable situations. So I think this is something that NIANTIC needs to tread carefully. NIANTIC CAMPFIRE does have a lot of potential to do a lot of good, but at the same time, it also comes with a lot of potential for some bad actors to do very nefarious things. I think it would definitely benefit this app if there was a way for you to report certain players to authorities. Of course, even a functionality like that could be abused in order to harass certain players, but if NIANTIC implements something like that carefully, I think it would definitely make this app a lot safer to use. I also think NIANTIC should implement ways for you to remain anonymous, and also be able to check and verify players when they're meeting up for elite raids and different things like that. Whatever they do, I really hope they figure it out, because NIANTIC CAMPFIRE is definitely something that can be dangerous, and we've already seen stuff like that happen before with other social media apps. I am a huge proponent of NIANTIC CAMPFIRE. I actually think it could be a very useful tool that could improve the Pokemon Go experience, especially right now with the remote raid pass changes and the recent announcement that the Sylph Road is shutting down. Like, an app like NIANTIC CAMPFIRE is absolutely necessary if Pokemon Go wants to survive. But in order for NIANTIC CAMPFIRE to be actually useful, it needs to be safe to use. That's going to be entirely up to NIANTIC. I really hope they're doing their research and they're closely monitoring the behavior of people who are currently using NIANTIC CAMPFIRE. And then on top of that, they need to add a lot of functionality that will keep players safe. Especially right now in the United States, where if you are in the wrong place at the wrong time, you could be seriously hurt or even killed. I'm not gonna go into politics right now, but yeah, if you live in the United States, you know what kind of epidemic we are currently suffering, and NIANTIC CAMPFIRE is just another means for something very bad to possibly happen. So I really hope NIANTIC is fully aware of that, and they're doing everything they can to prevent players from getting hurt. That should be the #1 priority right now when it comes to the development of NIANTIC CAMPFIRE, and I really hope that is the case because there is a lot of good to be had from an app like this. They just need to make sure that it is safe to use. So yeah, ultimately what I'm going to say is that if you are using NIANTIC CAMPFIRE, you need to be safe and responsible. Do not rely on NIANTIC to fix problems and keep you safe right now. There is a level of personal responsibility when it comes to using an app like this. If you think there is a suspicious situation forming, make sure you avoid it the best you can. It is not worth going to an elite raid if you think there is a dangerous situation that could happen. Be alert, be aware, and just be careful when you're using an app like this. But in any case, yeah, that's going to be it for this discussion video. I would love to know your thoughts regarding everything that I talked about down below. Are you using Niantic Campfire, or are you not using Niantic Campfire for a lot of the reasons that I talked about in this video? Definitely share those thoughts in the comments below, and let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video and found it to be informative, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, big or small, then do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon. Alright, and that's going to be it. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.